Hi guys. Today actually I wanted to talk about editing career because a lot of people keep writing, say that I want to become an editor, I want to become a director. Each person has got his own dreams. See, it's very good to dream, but how to put it into practice is slightly a difficult task, I feel. Because a lot of people have asked whether after I'm doing my 12th and can I join editing, learn editing and stuff like that. See, there's a lots of pros and cons and lots of things you need to know as a person who wants to do this. Is that are you very certain that this is what you want to do? You know, it so happens that a lot of people are attracted by the film glitzy world, glamour world, and they think that's editing is also a route into the film world and stuff like that. It's not really like that because it's a lot of hard work involved, so somewhere what they should actually is first assess themselves whether they are suitable for this job and whether they're certain that this is what they want to do, because the whole process is not going to be very easy. The thing is that if you are only finished your 12th, which means are you mature enough to think about filmmaking, and do you have those ideas, or have you had enough of experience in life to actually deal with these sort of things, is a slight question mark. Not everybody can be a genius. So even me, when I came, I did my graduation and then I had to get in, but because I had done literature and there was a little bit of story part in the whole study, somewhere I could relate to it, and this filmmaking is also about all your experiences coming sometimes into you and getting into the celluloid world. Keeping that aside, also I think if a person of that age who's doing his 12th, he has to assess himself, or if he's not able to assess himself, he should take the help of his parents or somebody he can speak to and see that whether he's making the right decision. Is he mentally tuned enough to get into this, because it's going to be a long haul from there. Because first is that you have to do a course and get the basics out of a system which you have never experienced in school life, because school doesn't have anything to do with filmmaking or anything like that. And then you have to probably after the course apprentice somebody, because the film world is totally different. So basically it is like you have an interest, then you acquire knowledge, and then the most important part is practical knowledge. How you acquire that practical knowledge of working actually on a film, because in institute they're going to teach you the theory of it, how to operate your machines and all that stuff, but not really what is going to happen in the outside world. So all these things he should be clear. And then of course there's going to be parents, because they have other ideas. Anybody going into film, there is a little bit of stigma. They say it's not a 9 to 5 job, why do you want to go and all that. So you have to convince them and see. And if you think that you require time to grow as an individual, it's good to do a graduation course and then try to get into a thing. So that whole process is where the student has to be assess himself properly and then take a decision. It's not about seeing few films and saying that I will go into, because this whole process of actually him becoming a film editor per se is going to probably take about 5-6 years, because 2 years or 3 years of education, and then you go into apprenticeship, and then you make your contacts, and then you get a job. Till that you'll be an assistant editor, and then you'll become an actual editor. So this whole process is going to take this much time. Can you sustain yourself? That's also important for a individual. But I mean, when you dream of something, then you have to be at it, and you have to work towards it. I would say there's a lot of effort you have to put. And then there are other things like, see, most important thing is your persona good enough to be in a sitting job? Because editing is going to be a very sitting job, immense patience. You need a lot of time you spend sitting in front of a computer and watching rushes and then judging, and then you like to tell stories. When stories are being told, are you interested? All these things have to play a part in your ultimate decision. Because in one or two I had interviewed some people for education in some institutes and all that, and they used to come and say, I want to be a, so the first question I would ask is, why would you want to be an editor? So some people would say that I want to be an editor. I thought if I get into editing, maybe I'll become a director. I'll get into the film world, sir. I said that's not the way to look at it, no, because editing is a specialized job for a few who can adapt to it, you know. So that's the way you have to look at it. And it should not be like a teenage fad that you thought, you know, and after that you suddenly say that, okay, we can go back, or you're very comfortable so I can try. Then it's, see, what happens is there are some people who've written to me saying that, sir, I don't even have a laptop. How will I learn editing? How will I get into this industry? See, it's no, getting a laptop or buying a laptop is not the most important thing. No, the thing is that you have to develop yourself to understand. So how will you develop yourself? You have to understand cinema, see cinema. For that you don't require a laptop. You probably require some sort of connectivity which you can to some television and stuff like that. You have to read, which means you have to go to the library. So you have to develop your knowledge enough to come to a stage where you really require a laptop. Because some people are working with me, I'm very happy that he's worked for 3-4 years, he's become assistant, made enough money, now he's bought his own laptop, you know, which is a very healthy way of working. Even for me to buy my computer, it took many years, and it's not about the computer, it's about your persistence in getting to your dream, you know. So to get to the dream, you really need to assess yourself and then take a perfect call. And some people even come to me saying that I was working in a very plum job in software engineer as an engineer, and I want to move on to filmmaking, so I want to take the transition, please. So I would say that, okay, you've been comfortable for some time in something you're doing, so you want to graduate. It's good. Every human being wants to develop, he wants to try out his dreams, he wants to come out, it's good. But you have to again take the pros and cons of again starting. So which is a mental block you may have. You can't go straight away and start off work. No, you have to climb up the ladder. You have to become you'll start from day one again, how you joined your job, and you'll come back. But that requires a lot of perseverance, and it really requires a lot of hard work, and that's what makes you finally get where what you want to get, you know.